that area.
And welcome, Chinook fans, to some more Alaska Baseball League action tonight. Your Chinooks, after a rough extra inning loss to the Pilots that ended in a 1-0 loss, come into this game 14 wins, 21 losses. That is good for fifth in the last place position in league standings. Cale Duarte here, joined by Ryan Beck shortly tonight. Your Chinooks are in Matsu, facing the Matsu Miners. The Miners currently are the first place team in the league with 20 wins, 12 losses. Ryan, a tough loss last night, but we come into this game, 9 games left, a half game out of the final playoff spot. What are you looking for tonight in our Chinooks?
Hopefully just the tenacity that is going to be needed to get into the playoffs. We're still within striking distance. We have the chance to get into the playoffs. All we got to do is keep our heads on tight. Don't panic if the Miners do their thing and put up, a quick 3-run inning. We just have to come back and be able to put up a 4 spot.
And we will definitely be looking to see after what the offense can do after really not having anything last night. And last night's 1-0 loss, only 4 hits for the Chinook offense. So we'll be definitely looking for a difference tonight. On the mound for the Miners from Feather River and a Wasilla, Alaska native, Nolan Monaghan. He comes into this game 2 wins, 1 loss, and a 4.55 ERA. In 25 2/3 innings pitched, he has 23 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 30 hits. The last time Monaghan was seen on the hill was July 14th. And a 3-2 win over the Peninsula Oilers. He went 3 innings of no-hit, no-run baseball. And so we'll be seeing what the 6-1 lefty has. Leading off for the Chinooks and playing center, Jeremy Johnson. Behind him, batting second, playing right field, Levi Gilcrease. Batting third, playing shortstop, is Aaron Shackelford. The cleanup hitter and the designated hitter tonight, Preston White. Luke Coffey batting fifth and playing third base. Alex Karate batting sixth and will be in the squat tonight as the catcher. Adam Rojas back in first base position and batting seventh. Batting eighth and playing left is Tali Yoshihara, and batting ninth, playing second base, Alex Schmitz. And the first pitch of the ball game is in for a strike 1 to Johnson. And Johnson comes into this game hitting .299, so just below that 300 threshold that many of these guys will be aiming for. And he shoots that out and is caught right away by Nick Brooks down there, the Miner first baseman. So that's a quick 1 out. On the line drive, the Miner first baseman is Levi Gilcrease. The Baylor Bears stepping to the plate here. Gilcrease, last night, with 1 for 5, was one of the 4 Chinooks to get on the base pass due to a hit. And he takes that one high for ball 1 for Monaghan on the mound for the Miners. And Gilcrease on that 1-0 pops that out of play to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch coming to Gilcrease here from the Miner lefty. Looks in and delivers the pitch. And Gilcrease gets a piece of that, but that one is foul off what would appear to be the foot of Gilcrease. He'll go down here 1-2 in the field tonight for the Miners. Catching, Zach Sharpley. Playing first base, Blake Benefield. Second base will be manned by Brandon Chinea. The hot corner third base, Austin Dennis. The shortstop, Austin Bull. And from left to right, Elijah McNamee, Justin Ammons, and Quinn Cotton. And the pitcher, Monaghan, the 1-2, gets Gilcrease swinging. Sharpley goes down in the dirt after that drop third strike and tosses down to Benefield at first for the second out of the inning.
Now serving to the plate for the Chinooks, shortstop number 8, Aaron Shackelford.
Aaron Shackelford now to the plate, hitting with nobody on and 2 away here. Shackelford in 117 at-bats, sports a .282 batting average. One of the 8 Chinooks to represent in the All-Star game last Sunday. Fouls that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 after Shackelford fouled that out of play on the first pitch. Fouls another one to go to a hole of no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Monaghan to Shackelford with nobody on and 2 away in the top half of the first. Monaghan gets his side from Sharpley in the 0-2. It's high and outside, ball 1. Here at Herman Brothers Field, 6:07, and the 1-2 coming from Monaghan. And that gets Shackelford swinging sharply again. Has to pick it up the dirt and throws down to Benefield at first.
All right, Miners fans.
And throws down with a successful drop, third strike. The Chinooks go down in order, 1, 2, 3, when we come back. Aiden Stout on the mound for the Chinooks. The Miners come to the plate.
Right fielder, number 9.
Bottom of the first here between, it's the last Baseball League matchup between the Natsu Miners and your Chugiak Chinooks. To lead things out is the GCU right fielder Quinn Cotton. And on the mound for the Chinooks, Aiden Stout, the 6'4" right-hander out of the Masters University. Checks into this game, 1 win, 2 losses, a 5.31 ERA. And his first pitch to Cotton is chopped right back, and he is going to toss over to Adam Rogers covering first. And, well, Ryan, that's pretty good productivity right there.
1 pitch, 1 out. It's helpful.
Put your hands together for your center fielder, number 2.
As coming up to the plate is Justin Ammon. But right now we're going to check into the field. Catching, Alex Crotty. Down at first base, Adam Rogers playing second. Alex Schmitz, the third baseman, is Luke Coffey. In the hole at short, Aaron Shackelford. And from left to right, we have Tyler Yoshihara, Jeremy Johnson, and Levi Gilcrease. And the center fielder for the Miners, Justin Ammon's coming to the plate here. Lays down a bunt down the third base sign. Coffey going to try to barehand that. The throw to Rogers is not in time. As Ammons, well, it would have taken a miracle to try to get that throw out, as Ammons possesses a whole lot of speed in those legs.
He does. He knows how to run on his toes, which is definitely a little bit helpful if you're trying to beat out a bunt.
And, Ryan, you are the go-to guy when it comes to running in this
Stepping
game.
to the plate for the Natsu Miners, first baseman, number 34, Blake Benefield.
And Blake Benefield at the plate, the league leader in home runs. Justin Ammon stands on first, 5 stolen bases this season. Let's see what the Miners elect to do. As Benefield swings and misses on that one for strike 1. The 0-1 to Benefield. 6 home runs and 119 plate appearances, and boasting a .277 batting average. Awaiting the 0-1 from Stout. And that's chopped to Shackelford, who takes it himself, throws to first. And the Chinooks, they allow 1 base runner, but to get a 6-3 double play.
We got one more sponsor.
And we head to the top half of the second. No runs for either team. When we come back, Chinooks coming to the plate. Top of the second here. 0-0 is the score between your Chinooks and the Matsu Miners, and Preston White to lead things out in the Chinook top half, and he takes that one in from Nolan Monaghan for strike one. White in the DH role, awaiting the 0-1, and chaps then out to left center, and this one is going to be caught out there by Ammons as that ball looks for a moment like it might have a chance to drop, but hung up just a tad. Be one out here for the Chinooks in the top half of the second.
Now batting for the Chinooks, third base, number 30, Ruth Coffey.
And the first pitch to Coffey is low and outside, ball one. The 1-0 from Monaghan and Coffey here with nobody on and one away is chapped out to third. And a throw to Benefield at first is in time. Austin Dennis over there at third base making that play. And the Chinooks have a quick two outs here.
Captain number 17.
Top half of the second.
Karate.
Coming to the plate, the Mercer Bear catcher, Alex Crotty, who's in the squat behind the dish tonight. Hits here with nobody on and two outs. And the first pitch from Monaghan is lone outside for ball one. Crotty in 77 at-bats, batting 156. So he looks to get back on the right track in the batter's box. The 1-0 is sent up in the air sharply, goes to the backstop. And he's going to put that in his glove, battling the fence, and the Chinooks go down quickly, 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second. The Miners come on the plate in this 0-0 ball game. Bottom of the second here. Nick Brooks, the DH for the Miners, stepping up to face Aiden Stout. And the first pitch is sent out of play for a foul, strike one. Bottom of the second here. Stout looking into Brooks, the DH for the Miners here. And the 0-1. Misses. Inside. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brooks, the Gonzaga Bulldog. Awaiting the 1-2 here. And that one inside for a strike. My apologies. That last count was a 1-1. So now we have a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second. Stout getting the signs from Alex Crotty. And the Chinook righty winds, and the 1-2 is chopped out in the right field, and that is going to drop in front of Gilcrease out there for a leadoff single by Brooks.
Now batting your third baseman, number 4, Austin Dennis.
And now with nobody on, nobody out, and a runner on first for the Miners, Austin Dennis, the Middle Tennessee third baseman, stepping to the plate from Cocoa, Florida. And he has the bunt down, and that's a loud bunt. Coffee going to allow that to go foul. And he was just going to trickle beyond the line there. So Dennis will trot back down to the batter's box, and Brooks will trot back to the first base. And we'll do it again, this time with a count of 0-1. Dennis, so far this season, hitting .258 with 3 doubles and a homer. Has been walked 10 times, struck out on 9 of those attempts. And from the right side, awaiting the 0-1 from Stout with a runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. 6:20 is the time. Matsu Alaska, and that one's chopped to Stout. Stout comes off the mound, throws over to Schmitz at second, and the throw cannot be made to first. But the Chinooks do get the lead runner. As Stout showing off his athleticism there, making the play off the mound and flipping out. Schmitz covering second. And the Chinooks have the Miners down 1 out and runner on first for Elijah McNamee. And McNamee takes that one low in the dirt. Good job by Crotty there to keep that in front of him for ball 1. McNamee from Mississippi State. And Stout checks over to Dennis over there. Nothing going on. 1-0. And, well, McNamee
might have just beat Coffee on the longest bat throw, as that one almost went into the outfield.
as McNamee swinging and missing there and letting go of the bat. Luke Coffey over there at third almost made the play on it.
Would that have counted as an out if he was able to
think it
catch
should
the
have.
bat? I mean, it totally should have. Maybe it should count as 2 outs because the bat, I mean, it has a lot of rotation going on. And, I mean, if it hits you, it's going to hurt a lot. So,
It's a tough play.
if you can catch the bat, it should count as 2 outs.
Well, I think that's wiffle ball rules. Sadly, not the game we play. So McNamee will get another chance, this time with extra pine tar for grip here. As he faces a count of 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. And a runner on first in the bottom of the second. Aiden Stout on the mound for the Chinooks. Sets from the stretch. 1-1. He is low, ball 2. And, well, McNamee taking off his batting gloves here and flipping them out. We see the rare mid-at-bat removal of the batting gloves.
I guess he just wasn't liking the feel of those and decided to go barehanded here.
So we'll see here what the barehanded McNamee can do. This time, waiting the 2-1. There goes Dennis. But this one's chopped foul down the third base line. Even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count here. The Mississippi State Bulldogs getting 259 so far this season. The runner on first and 1 out. Mutt checks over to Dennis. Nothing going on. The 2-2. And just missed on the upper strike zone. The umpire, the man in black, says no on that one, so we'll have a full count of 3 balls, 2 strikes. McNamee has only struck out 14 times this season. 81 plate appearances. Let's see here if Staff can get him. The 3-2. That one's chopped out to Shack for the short. Flips to Schmidt to second. The throw to first is in time for the 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to do it. We're through 2 here at Herman Brothers Field. Miners 0, Chinooks 0. When we come back, the Chinooks come to the plate in the top half of the third. Top half of the third here. Adam Rogis playing first base tonight to lead things off in the top of the third inning. 0-0 is the score, and Nolan Monaghan misses for ball 1. Top half of the third here. A 1-0 from Monaghan to Rogis. And Rogis chops that foul down the third base line. Just missed from being a fair ball. But that one sails to the left. Even up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to the Judson University catcher playing first base tonight. The 1-1 is high. Easy take there for Rogis out the plate. 2-1 now. Rogis struggling a bit in the plate, but slowly creeping up to that 200 mark. So right now, sporting a 193 batting average. And he takes that one high, ball 3. Monaghan on the hill for the Miners, thrown from the left side. And the 3-1 is high for ball 4. And so Rogis going to be aboard here after a walk.
Now back to Chinooks.
For a leadoff runner for the Chinooks.
Tyler Yoshihara.
Top of the third. As well, we're seeing Tyler Yoshihara playing left field tonight. Ryan, we can add to the pitcher turning left fielder. We've seen an assistant coach pitch, shortstop pitch. Might as well have a pitcher play left field again.
I might as well. It's helpful, I guess.
Yoshihara, if you weren't with us in the beginning of the season, actually played a few games in left field, as it happens in the summer league with players from all around the country. Some teams go farther in June, some teams come earlier. Yoshihara had to fill in before the rest of our team got here. Took that first pitch high for ball 1 and takes a second in for strike 1, even count of 1 ball, 1 strike here. Roja stands on first as Tally Yoshihara, playing left field tonight, awaits the 1-1. And Yoshihara watches that one in for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes here to the Pomona, currently left fielder for the Chinooks. Monaghan, the lefty for the Miners. First, is going to check on over to Rojas. Just throwing in, saying, how you doing? Know you're over there still. 1-2, nobody on. Nobody out, excuse me. Runner on first for the Chinooks in the top of the third. 6:30 here. And the 1-2 for Monaghan. And Yoshihara gets a piece of that one, but sends it down the right field line and foul to keep this count at 1-2. Yoshihara has 8 appearances at the plate so far this season. Let's see what he can do in his ninth. The 1-2 is sent down the right field line, foul. So once again,
We'd like to remind fans
we'll
of
have
the
another
NEA
1-2.
program prize tonight is 2 tickets on the Alaska Railroad to Seward. So get your programs to be entered to win tickets on the Alaska Railroad.
The 1-2 here. Yoshihara, Rojas stands on first. Nobody out here in the top of the third. And that one skips in the dirt, and Rojas is going to go to second, and he is easily going to get there as sharply. The Miner catcher elects not even to throw. So now Rojas stands on second. Yoshihara at the plate, hitting from the right side. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch with a runner on second and nobody out. The 2-2 is inside and low at the ankles of Yoshihara. So the pitcher turned left fielder has some good plate eye there. He's gone from 1-2 to a full count 3-2. And, well, he's going to get on here as he works his way from behind in the count all the way to a base on balls.
Proof that a pitcher can be just as smart as any hitter out there.
Schmidt.
Well, don't tell our hitters that.
Well, yeah, I might get a little flack after the game if they go back and listen to that one. But, I think they might agree. They just give me a little flack for it anyway.
Well, I think one guy that would agree is the guy coming to the plate, Alex Schmitz, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He hits here for the Chinooks on the top of the third, nobody out. Adam Rojas on second, Tyler Yoshihara on first. For the Chinooks here. Schmitz playing second base tonight as Brandon Mitchie getting the day off. Monaghan on the mound for the Miners. Looking to get out of a little jam here. Blake Benefield, the first baseman, is in, expecting the bunt. And Schmitz has the bunt down and pops it up. And, well, the Miners, after having their first baseman and catcher run into it, but the catch is made by Benefield, the first baseman. So Schmitz, who tried to get a sack bunt, cannot get it down and pops it up for a pop out. And so now the Chinooks have one out for the leadoff hitter, Jeremy Johnson.
Hopefully Johnson can make something of this situation here.
Johnson lined out to first in his first plate attempt to lead things out from the top of the first. Let's see what he can do here. It seems like he always is successful in these attempts as he takes that one low and in the dirt. Sharply, the catcher from the Miners, able to keep that in front of him. Rojas, who stands on second, got there thanks to a ball in the dirt, so he is not afraid to bring out the aggressiveness if needed. But right now, Johnson has the 1-ball, no-strike pitch coming up from the Miners lefty. And Johnson down to third, and that's going to get past it into left field. Rojas is going to be waved in, and the throw from McNamee is not in time. As Rojas is in safely, Yoshihara goes to third, and Johnson ends up at second. So, Ryan, Johnson does it again.
Johnson does it once more, and it's impressive to see how he's able to come through on those situations like that. And now the Chinooks draw first blood. What is proving to be what will be a brutal battle tonight out on the
Now
field.
comes the play for the Chinooks. Right field number 10, Levi
Crucial.
Gilcrease.
As the Miner left fielder, Elijah McNamee out there. He had all the time in the world to make the throw, but the throw was high, and Zach Sharpley, impressive job by him to even make that play close, as he had to go upstairs to get it and come down with a tag, but Adam Rojas was just able to slide in safely. So the Chinooks have a 1-0 lead, and runners currently on second and third for Levi Gilcrease at the plate. The top half of the third here, and still only 1 out. And Gilcrease takes that one in the dirt, skips away, but the runners are not going to be able to do anything here. One out. Tyler Yoshihara on third, Jeremy Johnson on second, and Levi Gilcrease hitting from the right side as a 1-ball, no-strike count here. Against a team like the Miners, we've seen it is critical, almost crucial, to get ahead of these guys.
It is, and I mean, it's going to be one of those games where you just have to pull ahead and stay ahead. Don't give them the confidence that they would get if they were in the lead.
As we've seen a lot of times, the Chinooks and Miners, almost the lead has been evaporated as Gilcrease chops that out to second in time for out number 2. Yoshihara, though, comes in to score, and Johnson goes to third, so Gilcrease nonetheless gets the job done and brings the run home. And the Chinooks sporting a 2-0 lead here in the top half of the third over the Matsu Miners.
Now back to the Chinooks. Shortstop number 8, Aaron Shackelford.
And Aaron Shackelford, who struck out swinging in his first attempt, looks that one in for strike 1. 2 outs here, runner on third. Chinooks already have 2 runs across in this inning. And the 0-1, the Shackelford has popped out of play for strike 2. And Shackelford to Chinooks at second, who bobbles that one in to throw to first. He's not in time. As Shackelford, due to an error by the Miner second baseman, Chinooks not able to scoop that one up, and Johnson comes home from third. 3-0 lead here for the Chinooks on only 1 hit.
1 hit. It's impressive. The Chinooks just managed to score runs in weird and inconceivable ways.
White.
And now the Spaceman with a new ball yard to try and test his limits.
I like that nickname. That's a good one.
Hopefully we can see him put one into orbit tonight.
As Monaghan going to check over to Shackelford. 3-0 lead here for the Chinooks in the top of the third, and Preston White at the plate. White flew out to center field in the top of the second. Hits here with a runner on first and 2 outs. And White sends that to the backstop for strike 1. The 0-1 from the lefty Monaghan to the big hitting White, who we saw on Thursday, sent one flying in Anchorage, as he would love to do the same here. The 0-1 to White now. But first, Monaghan going to check on over to Shackelford at first. Another little, pickoff attempt. No balls, 1 strike to Preston White at the plate. The 6'6" righty. Mostly seen on the mound, but the past few games having a bat in his hand, the 0-1. He's up high, and the throw down from Sharpley to first. Just a little, hey, I know you're over there, Shaq, from Sharpley. Even count of 1 ball, 1 strike to White. 2 outs, top of the third.
Just a little courtesy. I still know you're there. Hey, just saying hi.
You know, you don't see that very much. There goes Shackelford. The throw down to second is not in time. And so Shackelford, despite the 2 pickoff attempts and the throw down from Sharpley to first, test it, and his aggressiveness pays off. Now have a runner on second with 2 outs for White at the plate. The 1-2 to White, runner on second, and 2 outs. And White goes for that one on the dirt, and Sharpley applies the tag. So White goes down swinging, but not before the Chinooks put 3 runs on the board.
Like to wish Nicole
When
and
we
Jason
come back, Chinooks
happy
lead a 3-0
41st
lead over the Miners.
birthday.
We come back to the bottom of the third.
Ballpark.
Bottom of the third here. Chinooks lead 3-0 over the Matsu Miners. Aiden Stout back on the hill. And the catcher, Zach Sharpley, to lead things off for the Miners, takes that one high for ball 1. And the 1-0 is swung on and tipped into the glove of Crotty. Even this up 1-1. The 1-1 from Stout. He swung on and missed for strike 2. Stout looking into Sharpley. But first, the time is called by the Miners hitter. Leading things out here in the bottom of the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Stout as he winds and throws. As that one misses high and outside, evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 here. And that one is sent out to left field. And Yoshihara going to go into foul territory, but that one drops. Keep this count 2-2. Yoshihara out there playing left field, normally in the bullpen. He's got some pretty good legs on him in the outfield.
He does. I mean, not like, I'd say they're a good pair, but, you know, like not blazing fast.
I would say he's no Jeremy Johnson, but he's not bad either. 2-2 again here after Sharpley just fouled that one out. And Stout looking in, getting signed from Crotty. The 2-2 pitch is sent down the right field line and foul. So after back-to-back fouls, we'll have the 7th pitch of the AB coming from Stout to Sharpley. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. The leadoff hitter in the bottom of the third for the Miners. Chinooks 3, Miners 0. Stout, the 2-2. And that one's chopped out to Shack with a short. Fields it. Tough play over there, but he gets the throw out anyway for out number 1.
Impressive show of athleticism there by Shackelford.
That was a tough little play. He had to move to his left, and the ball was
Now
going at a
batting here,
good speed.
Shortstop number 15.
Not as easy as it
Austin
seems
Bull.
to get that throw. But he does, and Austin Bull, the shortstop for the Miners, hits here with 1 away and nobody on. Austin Bull from Grand Canyon University, the premier institution of Arizona. Takes that one high and inside of the hands for ball 1. And that one is chopped foul by Bull. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Stout looking in to Crotty as catcher. The 1-1 coming from the Masters University right-hander. He is low in the dirt, ball 2. The 2-1 here from Stout. He's shot to Rojas at first. Calmly collects that one and runs to first. A step on the bag. No, Adam Rojas. Only a second game. He looks like an natural.
He could play first base. I mean, he's not the tallest guy out there. Typically, you see one of the taller guys being in the first baseman's position. But, you know, he does a great job. And even on that play, you could totally tell that he's a bit of a catcher. He got down, used his chest to block up the ball.
Well, I'm guaranteeing you, talking to him before batting practice, every ground ball to him, he goes 110% out because I'm probably sure it goes in slow motion there as he's having fun taking grounders at batting practice. A Stout to Brandon Cheney misses outside, ball 1.
I mean, he probably thinks, from the catcher's position, little ground ball, you have 0 time to react.
Yeah.
Over there, it probably seems like an eternity over
That's
there because
true.
he's got all day to react.
Well, we see a lot of times catchers on their off, even the majors. I mean, we're both Giants fans. Posey goes from the catcher to first base, and so it's similar in terms of how you go about it. And the 1 run is swung on a miss to put Cheney down 1-2. Well, last night, Rojas made a great diving play. I believe it was in the 6th inning to save a run. Ultimately, the Chinooks lost anyway, but Rojas, despite his 5'10" stature, is able to lay out the 1-2 from Stout. He's rings up Shania there. As he got Shania frozen. And so we're through 3. Chinooks lead 3-0 over the Miners. We head to the top of the 4th, and the Chinooks come to the plate. Top of the fourth here at Herman Brothers Field. Caleb Duarte joined by Ryan Beck. 3-0 is the lead for your Chinooks. As Luke Coffey steps to the plate for his second appearance, and he lays down the bunt down the third base line, but it takes a sail foul. As we normally don't see Coffey lay down the bunt that much.
Not normally. It was the good idea, but
seemed to appear. The bunt itself, once it came off the bat, looked great, but it appeared somewhere in the grass it just took a little bad hop. As talking to some of the infielders here, not their favorite place to play in terms of the infield grass and the dirt. So after that fouled bunt attempt, the 0-1 to Coffey. He swung on and missed for strike two. Coffey in his first attempt here in the second inning rounded after the third baseman. Leading things out here for the Chinooks in the top of the fourth, the 0-2 from Monaghan to Coffey. Is tipped on into the catcher's glove for strike three.
Now batting for the Chinooks, catcher number 17, Alex Crotty.
Alex Crotty, who hopped out to the catcher near the backstop in the top of the second inning, steps to the plate here for the Chinooks with one out and nobody on. That one's down, skips away from the catcher for ball one to Crotty. The 1-0. Is again, skips in the dirt for ball two. The 2-0 to Crotty. He's right down Broadway for strike one. Two balls, one strike, with one out and nobody on here in the top of the fourth. Chinooks 3, Miners 0. And Crotty goes after that one. Is jammed on the inside out the hands, but sends that one down the line foul. So we'll have another pitch from Monaghan, this time with the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. He's down in the dirt. Below the count full, 3-2. Alex Crotty from Mercer University awaiting the 3-2 pitch from Monaghan with nobody on and one away in the top of the fourth. And Crotty takes that pitch for ball 4. How he laid off, have no idea. But good for him there as he's going to take that walk.
hopefully as Rogers comes to the plate, he's got the same mindset of just staying patient, waiting for Monaghan to just put one in the wheelhouse, turn and burn.
Well, Rogers in his last at-bat actually got on a walk. So Rogers has seen a good amount of pitches from Monaghan. Let's see if that pays off this attempt. This time hitting with one out and a runner on first. It takes that one on the dirt for ball 1. The ball skips away from sharply, but Crotty appeared not able to see it in time. Will stay at first after that ball in the dirt. The Miners pitching coach going to go have a word with his lefty. Top of the fourth here at Herman Brothers Field. In this Alaska Baseball League matchup between your Chinooks and the Miners. Chinooks 3, Miners 0. Currently, Adam Rogers at the plate, awaiting a 1-0 pitch from Monaghan after this meeting's concluded. Alex Crotty stands on first with one out here.
Your local member-owned electric cooperative. We are all MEA.
And the meeting's concluded on the mound. And so we'll continue play here. Adam Rogers at the plate, walked in his last attempt. Awaiting the 1-0 from the lefty on the hill for the Miners. One ball, no strikes. At first. we're going to have a pause by the umpire. But we're right back in business. 1 ball, no strikes to Rojas. He's down. Good eye by Rojas. Ball 2. Well, so far, Rojas has laid off of 5 pitches in his 2 at-bats. 5 out of the 6 pitches are balls. As he takes that one up high and outside, ball 3. Rojas showing his patience at the plate so far in his 2 plate appearances so far. 3 balls, no strikes. And Monaghan in danger of walking his 2nd in a row. And he'll at least evade that for 1 more pitch as he finds the strike zone there. And so Rojas had the same situation as last at-bat. Hitter's count of 3-1. He walked in the 2nd. Let's see what he does here in the 4th. And he's going to take ball 4. And so the Chinooks, with only 1 away here, are going to have runners on 1st and 2nd after back-to-back walks.
Now batting for the Chinooks, left fielder number 18, Tyler Yoshihara.
And so Yoshihara, who also walked in the last inning, steps to the plate here. So we'll see here what Yoshi, as we call him, can do.
Hopefully he puts the ball somewhere in open green.
He takes that one in for strike 1. You know, Yoshihara, he has not swung the bat that much, but at Pomona Pitzer College, he actually played more outfield than he did on the mound. So he definitely knows how to swing the bat and swing it well. And it's not easy to just come in and jump in and play against the pitching and the level that these guys face, but Yoshihara sends that out of play for strike 2. Yoshihara, a California native, steps into the batter's box, down in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes here. Alex Crotty on 2nd, Adam Rojas on 1st. Yoshihara awaits the 0-2 from the Miners lefty with 1 away. And Yoshihara gets a tap of that one, and that's going to be through and into right field. And so Yoshihara does his job. He did it last night on the mound and does it tonight in the batter's box. And that ball was just lightly tapped, so Alex Crotty only able to get to 3rd. But nonetheless, the Chinooks, with Alex Schmitz to the plate, have the bases loaded and 1 away. And so we'll see here what Schmitz can do. He had a failed sac bunt attempt that was popped up to the catcher in his last at-bat. Now has a 1-out, bases loaded attempt here in the top of the 4th. Chinooks already lead 3-0 over the boys from Matsu. Nolan Monaghan, the 6'1 lefty, gets his signs from Zach Sharpley, and the first pitch to Schmitz is shot out to Bullet short, and he bobbles the ball and has to go to 1st. And Schmitz is thrown out, but Crotty crosses the plate, and the Chinooks have a 4-0 lead.
Now batting for the Chinooks, center field number 14, Jeremy Johnson.
As that was shot out to Bull, and it appeared for a moment it might be a double play, but Austin Bull over there mishandled the ball and could only get the 1 out. So Chinooks get a run. 4-0 here. In the top of the 4th, and with 2 outs, Jeremy Johnson to the plate with runners on 2nd and 3rd. And Johnson takes that one in on the breaking ball for strike 1. The 0-1 is chopped down the line in fair territory. The long throw across is in time. An impressive arm display there by Austin Dennis. The minor 3rd baseman, the Chinooks, get a run across to extend their lead to 4-0 over the Miners. When we come back, the Miners come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the fourth here as Quinn Cotton is back up for the Miners here, and Aiden Stout on the hill. Chinooks lead 4-0 as Stout misses high and outside for ball 1. Cotton grounded out to the pitcher in his first attempt. 1-0 is dropped in the strike zone to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. And that finds the outside of the strike zone and puts Cotton in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stout so far through 3 innings. No runs, 2 hits. And the 1-2 to Cotton. And a beautiful breaking ball. Wow. That was majestic there and gets Cotton looking for out number 1.
Now stepping to the plate, your center fielder number 2, Justin Ammon.
And that strikeout, the second of the game for Stout. And now faces Ammons, who singled, but was then put out on a double play. Steps to the plate here, bottom of the fourth, Chinooks 4, Miners 0, and 1 out. And Ammons takes that high at the hands for ball 1. Ammons, the University of Tennessee outfielder, the All-Star representative, or one of the many Miners All-Stars that was represented last Sunday, awaits the 1-0 from Stout, and that one sails outside, ball 2. The 2-0 here. That one is sent out in the right field and deep. Gilcrease goes back, and Gilcrease, as he slams into the wall, puts it away. Nice play out there by Gilcrease, the right fielder. Not as easy as it looked.
Not really. You had to go a long way back
Ladies
for
and
that
gentlemen,
one.
get out for your first base.
Battling the sun, battling the wall.
Benefield.
And I think that's something that a lot of fans don't understand is when they're going back, it's not nice to slam into a wall.
No, it's not. You have, you're moving about 15 to 20 miles an hour, depending on how fast you are, and then all of a sudden you stop. It hurts a little bit.
Just a tad, but Gilcrease able to battle all the elements of baseball to put that away for out number 2. Nobody on for the Miners in the bottom of the fourth, and the home run leader, Blake Benefield, who grounded into a 6-3 double play at the plate, takes that one up inside for ball 2.
I mean, it's simple physics. It's not the fall that kills you. It's that sudden stop at the very end.
You know, that's the first time I've ever heard that, as Benefield rifles that one down the line for strike 1 on that foul. But then again, Ryan, I'm not much of a physics guy, so I'll take you on your word for it. Stout, the 2-1 here with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the fourth. Chinooks 4, Miners 0. And Benefield at the plate takes that one high, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. And Benefield goes after that one on the outside, but comes up with nothing but air for strike 2. Nice pitch there from Stout. As Benefield is not a guy you want to have to hang one over, but gets out of that one and now has a full count of 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody out. Stout gets a sign from Crotty. Blake Benefield hit from the right side. Going to call time here. Don't blame him. Full count, 2 outs. Want to make sure he feels as comfortable as possible. Aiden Stout, full count, 3 ball, 2 strike pitch here. And he jams Benefield on the inside. He slams the bat down and pops out to Schmitz, who goes into shallow center and collects it. For the final and third out of the bottom of the fourth, we're through 4 here. Chinooks 4, Miners 0. When we come back, Chinooks come to the plate at Herman Brothers Field. Top of the 5th here. And it's Alaska Baseball League matchup between the Matsu Miners and your Chinooks. Currently, the Chinooks boasting a 4-0 lead over the Miners as Gilcrease drops the bunt down on that first pitch, but that one sails foul. Gilcrease at the plate, struck out swinging in his first attempt in the first, had a sac grounder for an RBI in the 3rd, and now leads things off here in the 5th. The 0-1 is swung on and missed there for Gilcrease. Now down, no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Monaghan and Gilcrease is high, ball 1. Gilcrease here hitting to lead things out. Nobody out, nobody on. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch for the Miners lefty to the right-handed hitting Gilcrease. Here it comes. And that one is right down the middle and gets Gilcrease looking there.
Now taking the position of first
Out number 1.
number 8, Aaron Shackelford.
Aaron Shackelford struck out swinging in the first. Got on in the 3rd due to an error. Now comes to the plate here with nobody on and 1 away in the top half of the 5th. And that one finds the outside of the strike zone. Put Shackelford down here, 0-1. The 0-1 for Monaghan. He's rifled to Janae at second, who again bobbles that one. And Shackelford, for the 2nd time, is going to get onto a mishandle by the second baseman, Janae. We'll see what the official scorekeeper rules that one.
Now stepping to the plate for the Chinooks.
Whether that's an error or hit,
Preston
that's going to be issued
White.
an error. Not sure I agree with that one, but we're not at Lee Jordan Field. I don't make those official decisions. So Shackelford aboard due to an error here. That's Preston White to the plate with a runner on first and 1 away. As that one's outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes here. And White takes that one low, ball 2. And the 2-0 from Monaghan and White. Shackelford steps out first. And the 2-0 to White. Well, on first, Monaghan, as he did the last time Shackelford stood there, checks in on him with a little pick-off attempt. White from Memphis, Tennessee, hits from the right side, awaiting the 2-ball, no-strike pitch. And sharply gives his signs to his pitcher on the mound for the Miners here at the 2-0 to White. But first, Monaghan checks in on Shackelford. And I get the vibe Shackelford's not going to go here. But you never know. He did steal in his last time he was on first in the 3rd. So let's see what he does here. The 2-0. And White comes up empty on that swing for strike 1.
White just needs to be patient here. If he can find his pitch, we all know he can send it out there.
That's an understatement, Ryan.
Well, if he wanted to, nobody's ever sent a baseball to the moon, but I'm sure Preston would give it a try.
Give it a little fair shake, as that one is in the dirt. Skips away from sharply, but Shackelford not going to test it this time. Hitters count of 3-1, so if White is going to have a chance, it's probably going to be his best pitch in the at-bat here. Hitters count of 3-1. Monaghan does not want to issue another walk. Has already issued 4 in the game. And so the 3-1 pitch is rifled out to left field, and that one's going to drop. And so Preston White gets a 1-out, 1-on single left, and that's going to put runners on first and second for the Chinooks.
Luke Coffey.
1 out here for Luke Coffey. You know, it never dawned on me, but
We'd like
I
to wish
finally
a
realized
happy 7th birthday
Andrew
to
Towns, the Chinook
Lonnie.
first baseman coach, whenever a runner
Let's
gets
give a
on
big
there,
round of applause
he
for
gives
her
them
for joining the
candy.
ballpark.
Really?
Yes, he always buys candy at the gas station, but it has never dawned on me. But when a runner stands on first, he keeps it in his back pocket, and he gives them a piece of candy when they reach first.
Man, now I really want to play because I'd like some candy.
We got to start swinging the bat more.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the type of candy he's got. Maybe it's like a Reese's Pieces or something. And, that's what happens to be, in his back pocket that day, and everybody's excited. So they're hitting, and maybe another day it's like something else.
It gives my insider information. This is big time, folks. Tells me it's Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Now, I would give everything I can to get to first base if that was the case. But what happens if you get a double?
2 pieces.
How does it get to him?
Well, no, he's got to take his batting gloves. So that's where the exchange happens.
Yeah, that's true. Normally, the guy, if he does get a double, he normally calls time.
Ladies and gentlemen, pull out those red tickets. I got some more prize.
And so as we were talking about what was going on candy-wise, well, Ryan, it appears a new pitcher's on.
6179 681
For the minors here, we got a little pitching change. So right now,
681
we're going to take a pitching break here.
65.
New pitcher on for the minors.
681
Chinooks have runners on first and second, and one away in the top of the fifth as they lead 4-0.
681.
As we're back here, after that pitching change, Juan Castro, the 6'1 righty out of Long Beach State. So far this season, no wins, 2 losses, posting a 3.09 ERA. And in 20 and thirds innings, 13 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 11 hits. The last time the Chinooks saw him was June 25th, as Castro went 5 innings of 1 run, 2 hit ball. And he comes in for Nolan Monaghan, relieving him of his duty with runners on first and second and 1 away. So the first pitch from Castro to Coffey is swung on foul to the backstop. The 0-1 from Castro to Coffey. He's down. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Aaron Shackelford stands on second after getting onto an error. And Preston White stands on first after a single moments ago. And Coffey at the plate, the 1-1, 1-out pitch. He's in there for strike 2. Luke Coffey, so far 0 for 2 in this game with a ground out and a strikeout. Has a 1-2 pitch coming to him. courtesy of Juan Castro here with runners on first and second and one away in the top half of the fifth. And that ball is low and in the dirt, sharply able to keep that in front of him. Evens this count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two to Coffee from Castro, the Long Beach State dirtbag. And the pitch. And Coffee swings and misses on that one for his second strikeout of the game, the second out of the inning.
Now starting to play catcher number 17, Alex Crotty.
Alex Crotty flew out, or popped out, I should say, to the catcher in the second. Walked in the fourth. Steps to the plate, hitting from the left side this time as he faces the right-hander. With runners aboard first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Chinooks 4, Miners 0. Castro sets. The first pitch to Crotty is in for strike 1. The 0-1 to Crotty coming up here. As Shackelford and White on second and first respectively take their leads. The 0-1, 2-out pitch to Crotty is in there for strike 2. And so Crotty quickly drops down to no ball, 2 strike hold. Crotty will have to protect here. Juan Castro getting his signs from Zach Sharpley, the catcher. Sets the 0-2, 2-out pitch here. And Crotty sends that to Benefield at first, who gets it in fair territory and steps on the bag. For out number 3, the Chinooks get 2 runners on, but cannot do anything else. We head to the bottom of the fifth. The Chinooks sport a 4-0 lead. Bottom of the fifth here, your Chinooks 4, the Miners 0. Nick Brooks on to lead things out in the 5th inning for the Miners. Aiden Stout back on the mound here. So far, Stout through 4 innings, no runs on 2 hits, as he misses down in the dirt to Brooks for ball 1. Brooks singled in the second. And now, that's his second at-bat currently happening here. He faces Stout. 1 ball, no strikes. To lead things out here. And that one is high and inside, ball 2. And the 2-0. He's in the dirt. And Stout for the first time has a 3-0 count. To Nick Brooks. He's fouled the back, Stout. Strike one. Hitters count to the Gonzaga DH. 3 balls, 1 strike. And a 3-1 is swung on and missed. And so Stout has worked his way back from down 3-0 to 3-2. Stout so far, 2 strikeouts to his name, looking to make that 3. Nick Brooks, the powerful hitter, steps in from the right side of the plate. Stout, the 3-2 pitch. Got him. Nice pitch from Stout to get Brooks swinging there. Stout battles all the way back from 3-0. And on back-to-back strikes, gets Brooks swinging there for the first out of the fifth.
For your Matsu Miners, number 4, third baseman.
Austin Dennis to the plate.
Dennis.
Grounded into a fielder's choice in second. And now steps to the plate for the second time of the night. 1 out here, nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. Chinooks 4, Miners 0. And Aiden Stat on the mound. As that one finds a strike zone to put Dennis down 0-1. No balls, 1 strike from Stout. Step off the mound and quickly step back on the rubber. The 0-1. He skips in the dirt. Evens it up 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Austin Dennis sitting here with nobody on and 1 away in the bottom of the fifth. Aiden Stout winds, and the 1-1 is up high, ball 2. The 2-1 here. He's rifled out to center field and gets through. And so the Miners are going to have a 1-out base run. As Alex Schmitz over there at second took a step to the right, but had no possible chance of that. And so that one rolls past the infield and into center.
For your
And
Matsu
Austin
Miners,
Dennis stands
left
at first
fielder,
for
number
Elijah
21,
McNamee.
Elijah McNamee.
Stout working from the stretch here to Elijah McNamee. Quickly checks on with a pickoff attempt over to first to Dennis. McNamee playing left field tonight for the Miners, sitting here with a runner on first and 1 out. Takes that one in for strike 1. McNamee hit into a 6-4-3 double play to end the bottom of the second. So he hits here in a peculiar situation, as this is the exact situation he was hitting into. So the Chinooks would love another 6-4-3 ending double play. But that one on the pickoff attempt gets past Rojas, and Dennis is going to go from first to third on that play. And so Stout trying for the pickoff attempt, and Adam Rojas cannot come up with that one, as that was the low throw by Stout. So Dennis goes from first to third. So now the Miners have a runner on third with 1 away here in the bottom of the fifth. And the 0-1 here with now a runner on third to Elijah McNamee is low and outside. Ball 1. One. Austin Dennis stands on third after a throw in air by Stout. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed by McNamee as he goes down 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Bottom of the 5th, Chinooks 4, Miners 0 as we approach the 7:30 mark here at Herman Brothers Field. In this ABL matchup between the Matsu Miners and your Chugiak Chinooks, runner on third with 1 out and the 1-2 pitch. And that one's shot to Aaron Shackelford at short, who fields it, and the throw to first is in time. Run does score. So the Miners are on the board as the Chinook lead now dwindles to 4-1.
Coming to the plate.
And now with nobody on and 2 outs,
14,
Zach Sharp.
Zach Sharpley.
Zach Sharpley grounded out to Aaron Shackelford at short in the 3rd. As he hits here with nobody on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. As that pitch from Stout finds the strike zone on that breaking ball for strike 1. The 0-1 is high ball 1 here. Sharpley from USC. And if you're wondering which one that is, it's the one with the Trojan in Southern California. And the 1-1 is chopped. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 4-1 is the lead after the Miners put 1 on the board. 2 outs, nobody on. The 0-2 from Stout. And that breaking ball just missed the strike zone to even it up 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Aiden Stout, the Chinook right-hander, looks in to Crotty, his catcher. And the 2-2 is popped up. And Luke Coffey barely makes a step, comes in and puts that away. For out number 3, well, the Miners, they put 1 on the board, but the Chinooks still have the lead. We head at the top of the 6th. Chinooks 4, Miners 1. Top of the 6th here, Adam Rojas to lead things out for the Chinooks. Chinooks 4, Miners 1. As we just passed the 7:30 mark here at Herman Brothers Field. And Ryan, it does not look like 7:30 at all.
It doesn't. It looks like about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
As the sun is fully out, I heard about 83 degrees was the highest it got as Rojas, a little dribbler out to third on a half swing. Dennis collects it, throws to first for the first out of the 6th inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the 6th for Castro. Puts nobody on and 1 away for Tyler Yoshihara to the plate. Yoshihara walked in the 3rd and singled in the 4th.
That's that. Tanner Yoshihara.
Right now, 1 for 1 with a walk. As he sends that opposite field foul on first pitch swing in there from Yoshi at the plate. He goes down on that foul ball. No balls, 1 strike here. The 0-1. He's out the hands. Evens it up 1-1. The 1-1 from Castro to Yoshihara. He's rifled to Benefield, who could not collect that one. Chinooks going to have to hurry to field it. The flip to first is not in time, so Yoshihara hustles out. But that would appear to be an infield single. And again, like we saw with Shackelford last inning, we will wait to see what the score says.
Will pull winners during the 7th
Whether that's
inning.
hit or an
Your
error.
last chance to buy tickets for the bike raffle.
Right now, we'll assume it's a hit from Yoshihara. As that ball was rifled and Benefield at first.
Now it's back.
Tried to backhand it, and it came off what it appeared to be his
Alex
knee.
Smith.
And Shanae at second had to come in to try to flip that to first, but it was not in time. So now, Alex Schmidt stepping to the plate here with a runner on first and 1 away. And Zach Sharpley and Austin Bull, the shortstop, going to have a word with Juan Castro, the Miners' right-hander.
To get those tickets for the bike raffle between the
So
wrestling
Alex
and the
Schmitz, so far over 2 in this game with a pop out and a ground out.
Now.
Steps to the plate here with 1 away and a runner on first in the top of the 6th. Chinooks up 4-1 over the Matsu Miners. And Juan Castro on the hill here. And that first pitch to Schmitz is up high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes for the Chinooks second baseman Schmitz from Tulsa, Oklahoma. The 1-0 from Castro. As Sharpley barks out to his pitcher to step off as the Yoshihara is getting a little bit antsy over there. And like every good catcher does, being the eyes and ears for his pitcher. And he's going to give the signs here. 1 ball, no strikes. Coming from the Miners' right-hander, Juan Castro with a runner on first and 1 away in the top half of the 6th. And Schmitz takes that out for ball 2. 2-0. Yoshihara takes his lead off second. The 2-0, 1-out pitch to Schmitz out the plate. He's outside, ball 3. And so, Juan Castro, facing his 5th batter of his relief appearance, has Schmitz up here, 3 balls, no strikes. And that one finds the outside of the strike zone to make it a 3-ball, 1-strike count. So Schmitz here, after taking that one all the way, will have a hitter's count of 3-1 with 1 out and a runner on first for the Chinooks. Castro checks over to Yoshi at first, sets the 3-1 to Schmitz. He's popped up and sent out of play. This count will be full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Schmitz, after stepping out, steps back in here. And the 3-2. He's chopped out to Chinooks at second. Flips over to Bullock short, and the throw to first is in time for a 4-6-3 double play to end the top half of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Miners coming to play. Chinooks 4, Miners 1. Bottom of the sixth here, Chinooks lead the Miners 4-1. And Austin Bull lays that bunt down the first base line, and it's a good one as Adam Rojas picks it up and is not able to apply the tag, actually loses the ball. And so Austin Bull, a little push bunt, is successful. And we have a pitch hitter, Oscar Marchena, on the pitch hit. Well, Ryan, it's gotten to the point where I've seen these guys so much, as I'm sure you have too, where just by their jersey numbers, you can tell who they are.
You can. I mean, that's just after what happens after playing so many games against these guys.
There's only four of the teams in the league. It's bound to happen. Is Marchena. Takes that one outside for ball one.
After your Miners, Oscar Marchena.
So Marchena on a pitch hit. 1 ball, no strikes from Stout. He's outside, ball 2. And the time from the batter. The Miners' third base coach wanted to balk on Stout, but the time came before the 1-1 pitch is inside, ball 2. The 2-1 here, the runner on first and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. And that one is chopped foul. This count will be even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th, Chinooks lead the Miners 4-1. Austin Bull, after a push bunt single, stands on first. And a 2-2 pitch to the pitch hitter, Marchena. Stout sets the 2-2. He's outside, and Crotty not able to firmly control that. And Bull is going to head on over to second. And so after that wild pitch from Stout, we have a full count of 3-2 and a runner on second. And nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. And Marchena just takes a little chopper of that. Shackelford fields it, throws to first in time. Route number 1 is Bull. Goes from second to third on the ground hit.
Batting now for your Matsu Miners. Right fielder number 9, Quinn Cotton.
Top of the order here, with the runner on third and 1 away, Quinn Cotton. 0-2 in this game. And the first pitch to Cotton. He's outside in the dirt. Crotty able to use that chest protector to keep that in front of him. 1 ball, no strikes to Cotton.
Chest protectors do make a catcher's job just a little bit easier.
Just a tab. As a swing and a miss by Cotton. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin Bull stands on third. Quinn Cotton, GCU teammates, stands at the plate. The 1-1 pitch with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Chinooks 4, Miners 1. And Stout gets Cotton swinging there for strike 2. So that appeared to be a foul tip, but nonetheless, it is a strike. And so we'll have a 1 ball, 2 strike count here. 1-2 pitch with a runner on third and 1 away to the leadoff hitter for the Miners, Quinn Cotton. Right now, the league leader in batting average, going to call time. And that one's chopped out to left center. Johnson going to have to hurry, and this ball is going to drop in the deepest part of the park. Bull scores easily. Cotton rounds first, and he's going to dig for three, and he is going to be in there standing. And this lead is now down to 2 as Quinn Cotton has an RBI triple. That ball was belted, and Ryan, you know this park better than anybody here. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, and that's in the deepest part of the park, right in the power alley. And it was a well-struck ball.
To minor number 2.
As Marchena
Justin
got
Evans.
hold of third on the ground out, and Cotton brings him home, and now he stands on third himself. And so now the infield is in. As with one out in the bottom of the 6th, Chinooks lead down to 4-2. Quinn Cotton stands on third, and Justin Ammons at the plate here. As he looks that one in for strike one. Yo one to Ammons. Means outside, ball one. Yo one, the 1-1 to Ammons. Cotton on third, one away. He's outside, ball two. The 2-1. And Ammons chops that into right field, and that's going to drop, and a run's going to score. And this lead is down to 1. As Ryan, we talk about it a lot. This Miners offense can put back-to-back hits and put runs up in a hurry, and they put 2 up here. And this lead is down to 4-3.
Playing first base, number 34, Blake Benefield.
And there's still only 1 out here. And Blake Benefield here. Justin Ammons on first. In the bottom of the 6th, 2 runs across already. Thanks to a Quinn Cotton triple and a Justin Ammons single. And this leads 4-3 with Blake Benefield up at the plate. And that one is down in the dirt, ball 1. And Chris Beck, the pitching coach for the Chinooks, going to call time and have a word with him. As Aiden Stout, through the first 5, was pitching great, and all of a sudden, it's not that he's doing anything wrong. I mean, he's only given up really 1 bad hit, and that was the triple to Cotton. Just not been getting the breaks he's needed. But that's baseball. And that's why we love this game. Just not very fun when it's not the good.
The results you're looking for, yes.
I think that's the best way to put it. And so now, the lead's still intact as Chris Beck walked back to the dugout. The Chinooks do have some bullpen action going on. But Blake Benefield with a 1-0 count. As the meeting's concluded, Aiden Stout, the Chinook right-hander, with a runner aboard first and 1 away, will look to get out of this jam. One-0. Ammons on first. And that one is in for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Middle Tennessee bomber Benefield at the plate. Ammons takes his lead on first. Good speed over there. We'll see if he elects to use it. 1-1 to Benefield with 1 away. And that one low, ball 2. Benefield so far in this game over 2. Into the 4th with a fly out to center. Into the 1st with a 6-3 double play. And so now would like to not end the inning, but instead keep it going. The 2-1 pitch. He's high and at the hands. Ball 3. One away here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on first for the Miners, and the 3-1 is high and at the hands, ball 4. And so now, runners on first and second with a 1 out.
Miner fans, give it up for your home run derby champion, the designated hitter number 32, Nick Brooks.
And so now Nick Brooks, the home run derby champion for the Miners, to the plate here with runners aboard first and second and still only 1 away. And Stout puts that one in for strike 1. Nick Brooks playing the role of DH tonight. So far this game, singled in the second and struck out swinging in the 5th. So he'll be looking for something of the same as a single here in his third at-bat. The 0-1 from Stout is chopped into center. Johnson rolls to his left. And Gilcrease is going to call him off. Never mind, Johnson going to call him off. And he puts that in his glove for the second out. So now,
Coming about third base.
Austin Dennis to the plate, but Chris Beck
Austin Dennis.
is going to go on his way out to the mound, and this is going to do it for Stout. Stout exits 5 2/3, 3 runs on 5 hits. Really a great game for Stout. 3 strikeouts. Only 1 walk. Actually, I take that back. No walks. No, excuse me, 1 walk. It just happened moments ago. But new pitcher on, J.J. Julian. We come back. Chinooks, new pitcher on. In the bottom of the 6th, runners on first and second for the Miners, 2 outs, and a 4-3 lead. Bottom of the 6th here, and after that pitching change, J.J. Julian on the pitch here. Julian, 1 win, 3 losses in 14 games seen on the mound. A 3.5 ERA,
Austin
18 innings under his belt, 28 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 14 hits. And so Julian will come on into a situation with runners on first and second and 2 away, with the Chinooks leading 4-3 over the Mat-Su Miners. So Julian, his first pitch of the day, is shot out into right, and Gilcrease is going to camp under that one, and so Gilcrease puts that away, and Julian comes in and on 1 pitch gets out of the inning. We head to the 7th, Chinooks 4, Miners 3.
Jeremy Johnson.
Top of the 7th inning here. Chinooks 4, Miners 3. New pitcher on for the Miners, Jake Sudworth from Queen Creek, Arizona, and a Macy Community College 6'4" righty. And his first hitter is Johnson. He takes that one outside, ball 1. Johnson so far 1 for 3 in this game with a single back in the 3rd. And he has a 1-0 from Sudworth. And that one is shot foul. Evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. One to Johnson. Is chopped out to center and through. And so the Chinooks have a leadoff single. As Austin Dennis out there, who's just moved to second, as Oscar Marchena, who came to pitch hit in the bottom of the 6th, is at third now, could not corral that one, and that gets through into center. And so the Chinooks and Jeremy Johnson going to have a leadoff single.
At bat number 10, Levi Gilcrease.
Now Levi Gilcrease to the plate. Over 2 in this game with a sac grounder to bring home a run in the 3rd. To the plate here, hits here with nobody out and a runner on first here in this 4-3 affair in the top of the 7th. And the pitch from Sudworth. Gilcrease had the bunt down, pulled back, takes that one high and outside, ball 1. Sudworth so far, not that much in terms of a track record. Only 1 1/3 innings this season. He just came up, I would assume. No wins, 1 loss, and a 6.75 ERA. So this is the first time the Chinooks are seeing this righty. As he flips to Johnson, and that ball gets past Benefield, and Johnson is going to roll on over to second and stop there. And so, after the wild throw by Sudworth, Johnson's going to move to second on that throwing it. And now, the Miners pitching coach going to go have a word with his young right-hander on the mound, Jake Sudworth.
Probably just something to calm him down after something like that. He can get a little bit rattled.
As Sudworth with very limited work. You want to make sure that he's comfortable out there. The Miners just got back into this game by putting up 2 runs in the 6th. Do not want to give up that advantage. As momentum, for the most part, was trending all Miners.
50-50 is 998-8205. Again, that number is 998-8205.
The 1-0 to Gilcrease, runner on second. Corner of the infield is in for the Miners. After Gilcrease had the bunt, is hitting here and sends that out to right center. And that one is going to be caught in right field by Quinn Cotton out there for the first out of the 7th. That one was rifled out there and looked for a chance. I think it was going to get down, but hung up just enough for Quinn Cotton and the Miners to make a play. So Aaron Shackelford 0 for 1 in this game after he's been on twice due to an error on both attempts. Stabbing the plate with 1 away and a runner on second. So we'll see here what the man we call Shaq can do. 4-3 is the lead for the Chinooks as we are coming up on the 8 o'clock hour here. And that one misses low, ball 1. On deck, Preston White, the DH. And Luke Coffey stands in the hole. As Aaron Shackelford hit from the left side. Looks to bring in Jeremy Johnson, who stands on second. The 1-0 is low and inside. Ball 2. As Austin Boole, the shortstop, got to go have a war with his pitcher. Calm him down a little bit. Make sure he's okay, give him the game plan. As we typically see even in the majors, the shortstop take on that job of being the second catcher per se. The 2-0 to Shackelford. That one is sent an opposite field foul. That's going to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike here. Jeremy Johnson on second. Aaron Shackelford at the plate. Chinooks lead 4-3. The top of the 7th with 1 out. The 2-1 is popped up from Shackelford as he slams his bat down, and Bull out there going to make the play for the second out of the inning. And Shackelford immediately after popping that one up, you could tell from up here, he just missed it. And so now with 2 outs and a runner on second in this 4-3 Chinook lead.
At bat number
Preston
31, Preston White.
White singled back in the 5th, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and flew out to center field in the 2nd. As we see here what he can do. Jeremy Johnson stands on second after singling to lead things out and going to second on a throwing error by the right-hander on the mound for the Miners. As the first pitch to White misses up high, ball 1. Jake Sudworth came into the top half of this inning for 1-0 to White. Is at the hands and inside, makes White turn away from that one, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes here to White. Johnson takes the lead off second. 4-3 is the lead for the Chinooks in the top of the 7th and 2 outs. Preston White hit from the right side, awaiting the 2-ball, no-strike pitch. As Sudworth steps off as Johnson got a little bit too comfortable out there. The 2-0 on its way to White here. Is outside of the strike zone, ball 3. As you can make the case, that was in the strike zone, but the umpire has remained consistent with that. And White in the driver's seat here in the batter's box. 3-0 is the count with a runner on second and 2 away in the top of the 7th. The 3-0 from Sudworth to White is not in the strike zone, and White with a walk is going to put runners on first and second, 2 outs for Luke Caffey. Luke Caffey over 3 in this game. Grounded to the third baseman in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Struck out swinging again in the 5th.
Coffee.
So we'll see here what the Westmont third baseman can do. Has runners on first and second with 2 outs for the Chinooks here. Jake Sudworth in his first inning of work against the Chinooks will look to do so with no damage to his name. Is 1 out away from doing just so. First pitch to Caffey. He's in there for strike 1. The 0-1 now to Caffey with runners aboard first and second and 2 outs. Caffey thought about it for a moment, but held off as that one misses outside in the dirt. Even count of 1 ball, 1 strike now. 4-3 is the lead for the Chinooks at Herman Brothers Field against the Miners, top of the 7th. Jeremy Johnson on second, Preston White on first, and Luke Caffey awaiting the 1-1 pitch hit from the right side. Sudworth sets the 1-1. And Caffey drills that out, and that's going to drop in the left center, and that's going to roll. Johnson is going to come around and score it easily, and White is going to go to third, and Caffey has an RBI single here, and the Chinooks take a run back and have a lead of 5-3 now.
At bat number 17,
Luke Coffey,
Alex Crotty.
good piece of hitting there. Sends that out in the left center. In the gap. I see singles. Homer run. And so now Chinooks lead 5-3 in the top of the 7th. Runners on the corners here for Alex Crotty. Crotty popped up to the catcher in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th. And grounded out to the first baseman in the 5th. Hits here with runners on the corners and 2 outs. And Crotty takes that one in for strike 1. And Zach Sharpley going to go trot out, have a meeting with him, accompanied by Austin Bull, the shortstop. No balls, 1 strike to Crotty. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Chinooks 5, Miners 3 in the top of the 7th. Just past the 8 o'clock hour. As the Chinooks look to keep riding this momentum here. The 0-1 coming from Sudworth to Crotty. And Crotty got a piece of that one, sends that to the backstop foul. And he goes down in the hole. 0-2. Preston White on 3rd, Luke Coffey on 1st, Alex Crotty, the switch hitting catcher, hitting from the left side. Awaiting the 0-2 2-out pitch. And that breaking ball just missed up high. Ball 1. Good eye by Crotty to lay off that one. The 1-2. And that one gets Crotty looking there for strike 3 and out number 3. The Chinooks get a run. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Chinooks 5, Miners 3. Bottom of the 7th here, folks, as we're back at Herman Brothers Field. Chinooks have a 5-3 advantage over the Mattoon Miners as Elijah McNamee stepping the plate against J.J. Julian, who misses up high and inside, ball 1. McNamee so far 0 for 2 as he pops that one up into foul territory. Adam Roach is going to give chase, and that one is going to sail out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Zach Sharpley, the catcher, on deck. The Mississippi State left fielder, Elijah McNamee, at the plate to lead things off for the Miners in the 7th half. 5-3 is the lead for the Chinooks. J.J. Julian, the 1-1 pitch is up high. 2 balls, 1 strike here. And the 2-1 sails high. And so McNamee will add a hitter's count here with 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 from Julian is popped up as he jammed McNamee. As Johnson out there in center going to come in and put that away for out number 1. Zach Sharpley coming to the plate here.
Out of St. John's, number 12, Mike Antico.
And, well, we're going to have a pitch hitter here. Mike Antico up. And so we'll keep an eye, as he's typically sitting in the outfield, not typically wearing the catcher's gear. Coming to the pitch here for the catcher, Zach Sharpley. And so let's see what the Miners pitch hitter can do here, hitting with nobody on and 1 away. As Julian misses up high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one's chopped, and Julian fields the grounder and tosses to first. And Antico is out on a grounder. Austin Bull, the Miners shortstop, hitting here with 2 outs and nobody on. Chinooks 5, Miners 3 in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Number 15 for your Miners, the shortstop, Austin Bull.
Austin Bull so far 1 for 2 in this game. In for the 3rd time now against Julian. With nobody on and 2 outs. And Julian finds a strike zone there to go ahead. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 is high. Evens the count up. 1-1. Bull hitting from the left side. Waiting the 1-1 pitch from the flamethrower, J.J. Julian. And that one sent out of play. Strike 2. So Julian from Southern Western University has Bull right where he wants him. Down 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. As Julian, with 28 strikeouts, throws the 1-2 and gets Bull swinging. So that makes it 29. 4 through 7, Chinooks 5, Miners 3. When we come back, we have more Chinook baseball. Top of the 8th here. Adam Rojas up to catch here. Chinooks 5, Miners 3. 8:15 is the time at Herman Brothers Field. Adam Rojas, so far, 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Rounded out to the third baseman, his last at-bat in the 6th. As he takes that one up high, ball 1. Jake Sudworth back on the pitch for the Miners. And the 1-0 to Rojas. He's in for strike 1. One pitch to the Chinook first baseman, Adam Rojas. Leading things off here in the 8th. The top half of the inning for the Chinooks. As Rojas goes after that one, sends that out to Bull at short. Fields it, throw to first is not in time. As that throw beats Rojas by a hair for the first out of the 8th. Yoshihara, Tyler, that is, comes to the plate here with nobody on and 1 away in the top of the 8th.
At bat, Tyler Yoshihira.
Yoshihara hitting from the right side. 2 for 2 in this game, as well as a walk, so he's been seeing the ball well. Takes that one in for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out, nobody on. And that 0-1 pitch is chopped out. And Benefield going to come into first. Well, no, that's going to be picked up by Sudworth. And he's going to take it to the bag himself. Round number 2. As that looked to be Benefield's all the way coming in from first, but Sudworth instead takes it himself.
Next to the Chinooks.
And so now with nobody on and 2 away in the 8th, Alex Schmitz popped out on a bunt attempt in the 3rd, grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th, and grounded into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play in the 6th. So he's going to look to get in the hit column tonight. As he takes that one low and in the dirt, ball 1. Jake Sudworth looking in, the 1-0 to Schmitz. He's chopped foul. Is that foul ball will even this count up 1-1. One ball, 1 strike here with nobody on and 2 outs. And that one sails outside, ball 2. Two-1 to Schmitz. Nobody on and 2 away in the top half of the 8th. Chinooks 5, Miners 3. Alex Schmitz digging in. And he sends that up the middle, and that is going to get through. No, well, it was picked up by Austin Dennis, the second baseman, but could not control it. So that one is going to be a hit for Schmitz. Or at least it should be. As now, Schmitz stands on first. For the top of the order, Jeremy Johnson here, hitting with a runner on first and 2 outs. And that one's outside, ball 1. And that one comes in on the inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Even count of 1-1. Alex Schmitz stands on first with 2 outs. And that one gets past Haug, and Schmitz is going to easily go into second after that pitch in the dirt. And Ryan Haug, who just came in to catch in this inning, not able to keep that in front of him. So now with 2 outs and a 2-1 pitch on its way to Johnson, Alex Schmidt stands on second. The 2-1, 2-out pitch here coming up to Johnson. The Auburn outfielder playing center tonight for the Chinooks. 2 for 4 in this game with 2 singles. Came around to score once. Two one. And that one's chopped up. Dennis out there at second, flips to first in time. For out number 3, the Chinooks get a base runner, but nothing comes of it. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Chinooks 5, Miners 3. Bottom of the 8th here, Oscar Marchena comes in. Came in to pitch hit in the 6th. Grounded after the shortstop. So he hits here in the second at bat, and he pops that one up as Luke Coffey over there takes about 5 steps to his right and puts that in his glove for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here to lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. J.J. Julian back on the mound for the Chinooks. And now coming to the plate, here's the leadoff hitter, Quinn Cotton. Cotton, 1 for 3 in this game, had an RBI single all the way back in the 6th and came around to score himself. In this 5-3 game, that made it 4-3. And then in the 7th, the Chinooks were able to add a run. Now it's Chinooks 5, Miners 3. And Julian misses high on that breaking ball.
At bat, right fielder,
1 ball, no
number
strikes.
9, Quinn Cotton.
The 1-0 from Julian to Cotton here. And Cotton fouls that off the glove of Cronny. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 from Julian. And he gets Cotton swinging at that high fastball to go up on Cotton. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on and 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Chinooks 5, Miners 3. And Quinn Cotton facing a 1-2 count. And that one just missed down low. Evens it up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. As Cotton steps back in. And that one skips in the dirt. Below the count, full, 3 balls, 2 strikes to the minor leadoff hitter, Quinn Cotton. Justin Ammons stepping in on deck for the Miners. He waits to hit here the 3-2 pitch to Cotton from Julian. And that one missed down low for ball 4. So the Miners going to have a 1-out base runner for Justin Ammons. Ammons so far
Center fielder number 2. Justin
2 for 3 in
Ammons.
this game with 2 singles. Had an RBI single in 6th. Make this a 1-run game. Now it's a 2-run game. So the Miners will be looking for Ammons to keep this going as Cotton stands on first after that based on balls issued by J.J. Julian, the pitcher for the Chinooks. And Ammons takes that one in, ball 1. At the knees was that one from Julian. As Julian sometimes has struggled with his command, but so far in this outing, in this relief appearance, has done well. The 1-0 to Ammons. As quickly tries to pick off a tip, and that gets past Rojas, and Cotton is going to go from first and try to go to third, and he will do so successfully. And that's going to skip all the way, and Cotton's going to come home. Coffee to throw home is not in time. And Cotton goes from first all the way home. As folks, that's what they call Little League Baseball. As it all started with a pickoff attempt gone rogue. And Rojas tried to throw back in. Nobody was there to catch it. And Cotton, using his baseball smarts and heads-up baseball there, goes from first to third, and then he sees the ball. Nobody has it. Nobody's around it, and comes home. So now the Miners have a deficit of 1. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. And the 1-0 to Ammons is in there for strike 1. So after all of that, we'll see here the Chinooks can calm down. 5-4 is the score. Nobody on and 1 away. And that 1-1 is called a strike as Ammons is said to have gone around. The home plate umpire didn't even go for the appeal. And so now 1 ball, 2 strikes as the Miners audience in attendance gives their fair share of opinions. The 1-2 from Julian on first. The 1-2 from Julian. One ball, 2 strikes here. And that one's up high. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Justin Ammons, the Tennessee product. Hits here, nobody on with 1 away after Quinn Cotton came all the way home moments ago on an errant throw. And Julian gets Ammons looking there for out number 2. Good location. And I can tell you,
Up next, first base number
one
34.
fan's
Blake
opinion
Benefield.
is not going to change the home plate umpire's opinion.
Even if there's 1,000 fans in attendance, which the Miners do have tonight.
But the home plate umpire has all the power in the world here. So now 2 outs after that strikeout looking Blake Benefield to the plate. And that one's high, ball 1. 2 outs now, nobody on. Benefield 0 for 2 in this game with a walk in the 6th. Oh, wait, and the 1-0 from Julian. And that one's high, ball 2. 5-4 is the game. Chinooks in charge here. And the 2-0 from Julian to Benefield. Right down Broadway for strike 1 to Benefield. Make it a 2-1 count. Benefield from Middle Tennessee, the league leader in homers, playing first base tonight for the Miners. Awaits the 2-1. And a big swing and a miss evens this count up 2-2. And Julian, who gave up a walk-off homer to Benefield a few weeks ago at the same stadium, has a 2-2 count. And that one rings him up as back-to-back batters go down looking, and Julian walks off, his head held high. Put one run across, and we head to the ninth inning. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. We'll be back as we head to the ninth. As we're back here in the top of the ninth, new pitcher on for the Miners, Zach Hardy, the 6'4", 220 right-hander from Mesa, Arizona, and from the college Chandler Gilbert Community College. In 13 games on the mound, 2 wins, no losses, a 4.32 ERA. And in 16 2/3 innings, 20 strikeouts, 8 walks, and has given up only 11 hits. And the first hitter for the Chinooks that will be seeing him is the right-hander from Baylor, Levi Gilcrease. 0 for 3 in this game with a sack, a ground out. And, oh, that's not going to feel good as he takes a hit by a pitch, but he throws his bat and trots down to first. And he's a trooper down there.
He took that one and just wore it like a champ. First pitch comes out of his hand and just in between the shoulder blades. And Zach Hardy does not throw easy by any means. It was hard.
You could feel it from up here. And Levi Gilcrease, my roommate this summer, our host family's here, and I can tell you, our host mom would have acted just like his own mom. Probably was ready to run out and tackle the pitcher for the Miners, but
Mama Bear might have came out.
And it fits the Alaska tradition here. Actually, I saw a bear a few nights ago. So you never know what happens here. There goes Gilcrease, and Haug throws down, and the tag is in. And so Gilcrease, after hit by a pitch, is caught stealing. And so now 1 out here. And the 0-1 is that first pitch from Hardy to Shackelford, found the strike zone. So now nobody on, and 1 away in the top of the ninth, and the 0-1 to Shack. He is outside. 1-1 the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. And in the strike zone there. So now Shackelford will have to protect here. Top of the ninth. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. Nobody on and 1 away. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to the Masters University shortstop, hit from the left side. Hardy sets the 1-2. He's sent to the backstop. That Shackelford stays alive. The 1-2 again here. And Shackelford again sends that to the backstop. One-two pitch again after back-to-back fouls by Shackelford. That one is at the feet for ball 2. Shackelford popped out to short in 7th, got on to an error in the 5th and 3rd inning, and struck out swinging in the 1st. So far, 0 for 4 in this game. And the 2-2 pitch now here in his 5th plate appearance of the game. 2-2, 1 out, nobody on. And Hardy rings back and goes upstairs and gets Shackelford swinging on that one for strike 3. And the 2nd out
Coming to the plate
of the inning.
for the Chinooks, Preston White.
And Preston White. 1 for 3 in this game with a walk. Hits here with nobody on and 2 outs here. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. In the top of the 9th. And a swing and a miss by White for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And White sends that into left field. McNamee is going to roll to his right and put that away. All righty, folks. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Scott Smith will come on to try to close this thing out. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. It's torture time. Bottom of the ninth. And who else on to close but the 6'7" right-hander, Scott Smith. So far in 14 games on the mound, Smith, 1 win, 3 losses, a 4.15 ERA. And in 21 2/3 innings, has accumulated 6 saves, 19 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 22 hits. And he needs 3 outs to give the Chinooks the win. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. And Nick Brooks on to lead things off. And what the Miners hope for is a comeback bid. And Smith misses outside in the dirt. Ball 1. The 1-0 is out to second. Schmitz not able to field that cleanly. And that one goes off the glove. And the Miners have a leadoff base runner here.
In the pitch run for your Maximize at Grand Canyon University, number 10, Preston Pavlica.
And now Preston Pavlica on the pitch run for Brooks.
Ladies and
All of a
gentlemen,
sudden,
one more time for your second baseman, number 4, Austin Dennis.
this game is in danger. As Austin Dennis at the plate. And a runner on first. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. Bottom of the ninth here. As Scott Smith will have to shake off what I would appear have been an error on Alex Smith at second. But right now, no official scoring yet. So we're just going to go with the hit. As that one's high, ball 1. And so with the pitch runner on, we'll keep an eye on Pavlica to see what kind of aggressive potential the Miners might bring on. Pavlica out of Grand Canyon University on a pitch run, has 8 stolen bases this year. As Smith finds the strike zone, Dennis evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. One count, runner on first for the Miners in the bottom of the ninth, and nobody out. A 1-1, but Smith going to check over to first. Pavlica slides in safely. Dennis so far, 1 for 3. Grounded to a fielder's choice in the second, singled in the 5th, and flew out to right field in the 6th. Hits here with nobody out, and a runner on first. The 1-1 from Smith. He's sent out in the right center, and this ball's in the gap. And Gilcrease is going to be able to get down and track that one. As for a second there, that looked like potential trouble, but Gilcrease uses his speed out there to track that one for out number 1.
Down to the plate, number 21, Elijah McNamee.
And Elijah McNamee to the plate. Flew out to center in his last at bat in the 7th. Hits here with 1 out, runner on first, as the Miners need 1 to keep this game going as the Chinooks sport a 5-4 lead. As Smith misses down, ball 1 to McNamee. 1-0. And it'll be interesting to see with 1 out now if Pavlica hits the sign for a stolen base as he stands on first after coming into pitch run. The 1-0 is outside, ball 2. Smith has allowed 10 walks. And so we'll be interested to see if he can find this command. As McNamee in the driver's seat up, 2 balls, no strikes with 1 away and a runner on first. And that ball's out to left, and that ball is going to drop and go all the way to the fence. Pavlica's got around second, and his third base coach is going to give him the stop sign. And so now the Miners, as McNamee has a double into deep left field, have runners on second and third with 1 out. And Ryan, this seems too familiar.
This seems to be something that the Miners are good at, sneaking up on their rivals here and striking at the last possible minute.
Working. Get loud for your capture, number 7, Ryan.
As Ryan Howe to the plate, and this place is loud for an Alaska Baseball League matchup. All 1,200 of them you can hear as Preston Pavlica stands on third. Elijah McNamee on second after he doubled moments ago. Infield is in for the Chinooks. Ryan Howe came on his first hit as He came on to catch in the 8th for Zach Sharpley. And so now the Miners will be asking him to at least hit this ball in the outfield, as Smith will be looking for a strikeout. But Smith misses low ball 1. And, well, last night, the Chinooks lost on a walk-off single. And the Miners have the potential to do so again. Runners on second and third, down 1. Tied run stands 90 feet away. Winning run stands at second. The 1-0 from Smith to Howe. And that one is inside, ball 2. And, you know, it would not be the worst thing just to walk Howe and load the bases, because ultimately Howe, he needs nothing. Because even if he has a chance to score, the game's already going to be over. So if the bases are loaded, that means a run at any base. It sets up the double play possibility at any base. But we'll see here what Smith and the Chinooks elect to do, the 2-0. And, well, who needs a walk when you can hit him? And so Howe is going to take his base after hit by a pitch. But you would rather have an intentional walk in that case, because now I don't think Smith would elect to just hit somebody. And so now let's see what the Chinook infield decides to do. Bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Chinooks 5, Miners 4. Tying run for the Miners stands at third. Winning run stands on second. And Ryan Howe stands on first. Absolutely meaningless. No offense to the Miners catcher. And Bull takes that one outside, ball 1. Austin Bull, 1 for 3 in this game, single back in the 6th. And Chris Beck is going to run out there to have a word with the 6'7" right-hander. And, you know, it's interesting to see what the Chinook infield sets up as. They're setting up infield in. And you could make the case with the bases loaded and 1 out, a double play wins this game. Maybe go back into double play depth, but I don't think they're even going to risk that, as we've seen too many times. So many infield singles that have eliminated the double play. And so now Austin Bull, the bases loaded, 1 away, Miners down 1, 5-4. Austin Bull hits here with 1 away and a 1-0 pitch on its way from Smith, who elects to pitch from the windup now. 1-0, and Smith pins that out to left field, and that's going to drop. Pavlica scores. And here comes McNamee, and this game is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Miners win 6-5.
The Chinooks had this game locked up with 4-0 lead, and they held the lead until the last possible second. As Austin Bull has an opposite field game-winning 2-run single.
First game starts at 4.
The Miners, with this win, moved to 21-12. The Chinooks fell to 14-22. Ryan and I will be back after a quick break, and we will have a short postgame. Well, that's baseball. And so for the second time in a row, the Chinooks, they came into this game. They had a 4-0 lead. Their offense was great. They lose this game 6-5. And Ryan, for the second time in this season and for the second time in a row, we lose it on a walk-off. 8 games left. We're still in last place. Where's the mentality got to be for the Chinooks?
Mentality's just got to get back up swinging. I mean, you can't just be down in dumps about, getting walked off on. Yeah, it sucks, but, at this point, it needs to be get back up, refocus, forget about it. The goal is to get in 4th. And you know, once you're in the playoffs, it's a whole new slate. Who cares who won, you know, the endless amount of games like the Miners have? If they can get in the playoffs and win the one important game that matters, then that's where we need to be.
And right now, the playoffs were to start, we'd be outside looking in. And looking at the stat sheet, Aiden Stout went 5 2/3 innings. J.J. Julian came in 2 1/3. Stout allowed 3 runs. Julian 1, and Scott Smith gets the loss. And looking on the flip side, on the offense, I mean, when you put up 5 runs, normally that's good enough. And just the Miners were able to put some nice hits together for the first 5 innings. The Chinooks were really shutting them down, and that's something you don't really see. But Ryan, like we've talked about before, this is a Miner team for whatever reason. It only takes one switch, and for their offense just to light up.
Yeah, it's a very, you know, once they start scoring runs, they score them real quickly, and that's a little bit of a problem sometimes for a lot of people, just be able to handle that. So I think that's definitely something that the Chinooks are going to have to get a grasp on if they do make it to the playoffs. I mean, if they're setting it up for that 4th place spot, their first game of the playoffs is against these guys.
Yeah.
So
well, right now it
to
looks
be
like
mentally prepared for defeating the team that seems to be unbeatable.
And right now, the Miners moved to 21 wins, 12 losses. And so while this game started at 6, the Anchorage Bucks and Anchorage Glacier Pilots are having a matchup. So if the Bucks, no matter what really happens, the Miners will still be 2 games up. With 8 games left for us, we have a road trip to Kenai. 8 games left. But right now, a game out of 4th place. If you were the head coach, what would you say?
Got to get refocused. Got to go, especially in this road trip coming up with Kenai. That's who we have to beat in order to get into the playoffs. So, you know, if we can win 2 out of the 3 or sweep the entire thing, that's what has to happen.
And so, well, that's going to do it. Ryan Beck, Campbell Duarte, the Chinooks lose on a walk-off win for the Miners, 6-5. And really, it was kind of, we handed it to them. We gave them the win, which seems to have had, it's been a common theme, not only against the Miners, but just against the entire league. So many games hand-gifted to the opposing team. But that's baseball. That's why we love it. That's why we come here every day. That's why we root for all these teams. Ryan Beck, Cale Duarte. Well, we'll see you July 25th. We're back against the Pilots. 8 games left, folks. Strap in. It's going to be a tight one. Ryan Beck, I'm Cale Duarte. You guys have a great night. Fish on. God bless.